Hello everybody, it's me Teelia and I'm back with another demo. Yes, I'm gonna bang these all out. It's all on the same day. I saw a lovely game called Coffee Noir. It's supposed to be released this year. The demo was from last year, and I thought, you know what? Let me click on this. Let me click on this because this is a detective tycoon game where I'm an undercover detective, private eye, trying to investigate, and at the same time, I'm undercover as a coffee owner, coffee shop owner. That's right. So I have to run a coffee shop as well as trying to get my guy that did whatever it did. So I've set up what I've set up. This is the first time I've ever played this. First thing, I've turned off the music, even though it's some really nice music. I don't know if we can play it, but I did like it. It's that the old school 1940s noir type of jam with the jazz and all of that, and I'm really digging it. But let's see how it goes. It is free demo, so download it on Steam if you want to. Oh, world coffee consumption increased 10. Yeah, we know this. Coffee mania.
The
Yeah.
world of
Oh,
2021 is ruled by coffee, and Neo-London goes crazy for it.
why is the American talk about near London? I'm confused.
They say that in this job only two cases matter, the one that breaks you and the one that makes you a real cop. I'm Arthur Oliver, and I'm a private investigator, but I used to be a cop here in Neo-London.
Maybe it's America, the new London, but it had Big Ben.
I quit 10 years ago. I failed. I hoped I'd never come back here.
And here you are.
I read about Richard Kersey's disappearance in the papers on a train journey. Coffee tycoon vanishes. The front page headline of the Neo-London Espresso screamed,
Oh, is that who we're looking for?
for many, Kersey was a wealthy celebrity buffoon, pure envy. They lost contracts and profits to him. They even lost their reputations as he dragged competitors through the courts.
Someone's dead though.
Me? I lost a lot more to him. Catherine, my beloved, and his wife.
What? You...
10 years ago, Richard was
We're hitting
involved
that?
in a spot of bother. He had a debt. Unfortunately for him, it was Kath who received the demands for payment.
What?
Kersey happened to be abroad at the time, totally out of reach. She got scared and tried sorting it out herself.
Oh,
In cash.
Lord.
She asked me for help. I couldn't do it in my official capacity, but I took my gun and set up a sting. It ended tragically.
And now you got fired. You should have got fired.
A few days ago, Henry called, Richard's older brother. He sounded down, just like me.
That girl
I know all
sucks.
about it, Arthur. You quit the force. You're still tormented by Kath's murder. Listen, Richard's daughter doesn't have to know anything about you two, nor Richard, but I'm begging you, help me find him. I'll give you a flat to live in, some cash, and a cover story that you're a salesman. Just come, please. So I'm in Neo-London again. The business with Catherine broke me. So maybe the case with Richard will be the one to make me a real cop again.
That's a bit sporty, but okay.
Richard's disappearance was big news. There was speculation about mafia involvement, either Italian or Yakuza. I think there might be something in that.
I don't have Yakuza.
Little Clarabelle, Richard and Kath's daughter. The last time I saw her was at her mother's funeral. I wanted to comfort her. Now it looks like it's her who wants to comfort me. She's so like her mother,
Please.
especially her eyes. Can't forget
this might
watching
be
the life
predatory.
draining out of Catherine's eyes.
No.
On the way to the hotel, Clarabelle told me her father might have been kidnapped by an angry competitor.
Okay.
It's a possibility. Kersey did all sorts of weird deals with even weirder people. Maybe one of them had enough of Richard's caprices.
Yeah, he seems like he's a bit sus.
Over the phone, Clarabelle confirmed what Henry had promised. There was a flat and a position as a salesperson in their family business. That was to make investigating easier.
But I want to run a shop.
Fair enough. Let it be. If that's what the investigation demands, I'll become the best damn salesperson in
Damn right,
Neo-London.
we're gonna be exactly.
I'll help Clarabelle with her business. I'll find Richard. I'll find your killer, Kath.
I mean, she didn't
I won't
ask for
let
your
you down
help
twice.
with the business.
Promise.
She asked to find her dad. It was coffee soda? Is that what they called it? No way. Coffee soda back in the day? You can sleep when you're dead. The oldest Neo-Londoners. Oh, that was too quick. Oh, I can go back. And then, who grew up in the 40s, recall the old times with nostalgia and longing. They said that the modern coffee is no match for the one that they could taste when they were young. In Neo-London itself, there was hundreds of coffee roasting plants, coffee providers, and companies that specialize in developing new products that made for manufactured coffee. The scientists researching the causes of coffee mania claim that the old and excessive love for coffee's taste is a trait acquired by the society in a certain short period of time at the turn of the 19th and 20th century. Saying over the years, industry of fertilizers made coffee dregs and production phase waste had developed, and then even though we had great technological advancement, they still like the 20s aesthetic. Everything still has a retro design. So they're saying that their love for coffee is so strong that they've started to use it as a spice in their meals. What? Some restaurants are committed to their whole menus and to dishes and with these. What? Some still have access to coffeeum, a drug based on coffee. What? It's available to the richest who know to find it. Huh, okay. To this day, the coffee market matters the most. The businessmen who trade coffee are most known and respected in Neo-London. New entrepreneurs eagerly seek luck in the coffee industry. It's Neo-London is not free from shady schemes and organization laying in wait. Why do I feel like this is way more than I think it is? And the wait for weaknesses of coffee magnates. The Yakuza and Italian Mafia hide in the shadows or maybe in broad daylight. According to legends, shamans in South America use a strain of coffee with specific features to contact their ancestors. In these times of great geographical discoveries, some mentions about the miraculous black coffee emerged. Unfortunately, seekers have never found its source. Okay, I think I did it. Yeah, okay, I read it all. So, give us some
Dear
clue.
Arthur, thank you again for agreeing to work on this case in such unusual circumstances. As I mentioned during our last meeting, Uncle Henry and I suspect that one of my father's business partners must be involved in his disappearance, or at least knows something about it. We believe it would be best to work undercover and meet them offering a delivery contract. It's also better that a private investigation will remain as a secret.
Yeah.
Check out the instructions I've left you
Okay.
and look around in your office. After that, meet me at my cafe.
You didn't say cafe. You didn't say cafe. Okay. It's a command center of a company investigation that you're conducting from the office view. Wow, this is okay. We've got the main finance. Yep. Try to make revenues. I know. In this menu, we have the last report and tutorial. You can always minimize it. HR, finances, investigations. It's more convenient. Okay. You can check the list of what's required in the gameplay. Meet Clarabelle Kersey, sign a contract, sign a contract. I need to get a weekly revenue of over 60k or 500k. What in the blazes are they trying to make me hit? What? Oh wow, sales section. We'll find people that are available in my customers' interest in my company's offer. They're also suspects in my investigation. Each chapter of the story, you'll find other customers. So I need to progress. Okay. Your goal is to meet with every customer and sign a coffee supply contract. Thanks to this, you not only will get funds to support my business, but you also get clues. Nice. Each customer reports a demand for a specific brand of coffee to a certain level of quality. To able to attend a meeting, you must start producing coffee that the customer wants to buy. During the meeting, you'll conduct a sales conversation and contract negotiations. It's worth getting to know the customer beforehand. A handful of information is found. Okay, so you're a student who works in the family cafe. She wanted to earn some money on her own. Clarabelle's modest, sensitive, warm-hearted dreamer. Sometimes she was in her head in the clouds, which is the reason why she laughed at by her peers. Excessive trust and gullibility are some of her biggest flaws. Her inexhaustible faith in people is a little puzzling. And since she went through the tragic death of her mother, Catherine, after her father went missing, she's trying to do everything to find him. So we have different descriptions, obviously, to better prepare for negotiations. We know they've got trust and gullibility, so we can say whatever we kind of want, and they're gonna believe us for Clarabelle anyway. Each customer conducts a conversation in a different way. Pay attention to the characteristics. Try to capture information that may be useful during the conversation. The meeting will be possible if you have an appointment with the customer. Assign an employee to this task in the management section. Appointment is arranged. You can go for it by clicking the button. Focus and don't do it lightly. If the end of the meeting before signing a contract, you or your interlocutor asks you out, the meeting will be possible in a week. Okay, since you've have a classic standard coffee available in production, if the customer is interested in your offer, you can go to the meeting, which we wanted to go to anyway. So that's fine. Our business meetings where you offer your company's products and negotiate the price of deliveries. An interview with Clarabelle Kersey will help you better understand the tasks. Okay. I'm going to introduce myself and compliment her.
Hello, Miss Clarabelle. The cafe looks great. Really bright, cozy, homely.
Don't
Hello.
believe me anyway.
Thanks. The decor was my father's work. He was very careful to create a friendly atmosphere. Please don't call me miss.
Okay. Right. Continue then. Let's go.
Sorry, it's your hairstyle. You look so
What?
young, I couldn't help myself. But fine. First names only.
Great. Let's get down to business.
That's weird. Okay.
I want to ask about your childhood. I know there are painful memories,
Yes, you called
but
him.
it's important for the case.
All right. I've had time to get some distance on it. How can I help?
Tell me, how you coped after your mother's death.
Well, not too well. Dad hated talking about it. He worked a lot, went away a lot. And me? I remember lying there, crying. Mr. Pensy was with me. He took my temperature, brought me cups of tea. I was alone.
Any friends? School psychologist?
I had this one friend, Amy. She came to cheer me up a couple of
School
times, but I
psychologist.
think I wore her out. I was incredibly shy as a child. The school psychologist sent me to a psychiatrist for medication. I was supposed to go there with an adult, but it never happened.
We
Why?
don't even have these things.
Something changed. Something got better?
Yeah, you could say it was thanks to Mr. Van Haven.
Hold
Who's
on.
that?
I'll write this down. Who
Why
was
aren't you writing it down before?
Joseph Van Haven, Dad's friend from college. He and his wife Amanda offered to take care of me, together with his housekeeper. I was to sleep at my home, spend the day with them, mainly with Mrs. Fink, the housekeeper. Dad immediately agreed.
What?
And you? Did you have any say in it?
I was a bit scared at first, but they were really nice. They were like my family. They still are.
That's sus.
Thanks, Clarabelle. That's a lot of help. Can you give me a contact number for Van Haven and Fink? I'd like to ask them a few questions.
Yeah. Check it
Sure,
out.
here you go.
100% sus.
Great. Who do you think I should meet first?
Mr. Van Haven. Visit him posing as a sales rep. Sell him some coffee. He's a really nice guy and a good candidate for checking your abilities.
No.
Investigative abilities?
Business and negotiating. Remember that you operate undercover and you must be credible. Only then will investigative skills come in handy.
I need to answer
What
back.
should I know about Richard's disappearance?
Neither I nor Uncle Henry have a clue what happened to my dad. Have you looked at the materials from the last meeting? Everything I know is in there.
Oop. No, I didn't read that. Sorry.
You remember what we agreed yesterday. What do I need to know?
I reckon there's a business connection involved in my dad's disappearance. To find out who, you're going to have to get the London business community to trust you.
Okay.
Pretending to be a sales rep, right?
Well, you're really going to become one. You're going to set up meetings, set up deals, and sign contracts. You'll be managing a team, planning budgets.
Oh, wow.
It's
really?
the only way to be credible and get closer to the suspects. So, we need to practice sales meetings.
Not really. I'm a G.
Can't I interrogate them the usual way? You know, put a gun to the temples, like in the old days? I don't need to practice that, you know.
Focus, Arthur.
Okay.
Okay, I was only joking. So I'm a sales rep, right?
Sales manager. And no, that doesn't mean you can use a gun.
Why not, though? Okay.
Explain the basics about running a business to me.
Do I need to know
Better
this?
still, as a manager, shouldn't I have a competent
like I don't
deputy?
need to know this.
Then I can concentrate on, you know, being a boss, and the deputy makes sure we don't go under.
Last time?
Okay.
Me? Are you thinking of someone else? There are lots of detectives called Oliver.
Take it easy, Arthur. No deputies. We don't have the cash for it. Start by visiting all the departments. You'll learn how to establish the scale of production, audit advertising activity, and plan expenditure, as well as team building and managing people.
Huh. So, I might find a deputy?
Of course, I'm sure you'll pick it all up faster than you imagine. A lot of our processes...
You can click and stop it.
You're sure good at encouragement.
I'll give it a go. Yeah, I've read it already. Okay. Let's get into the details. I don't really need that. I know everything I need to know right now. It's fine.
I know everything now.
Yes,
Until
we
I
have to
don't.
practice contract negotiating. As it happens, I need a fresh delivery. Let's roleplay.
Alright. I got a role play now. Okay.
Couldn't be readier.
Let's start. Let's go. Let's start negotiation.
I think I'm ready. Let's try.
Okay,
Okay.
let's begin negotiating.
Yeah. Let's talk about the reason why I'm here for the visit. Hello? Like, what? It won't let me do that. Oh, okay. Any blunder. Alright. Why do I have to
Good
compliment
morning.
her?
I've come to talk about supplying our coffee to you, but if I'm going to talk about coffee with such a
Ugh.
lovely lady, it will have to be over a coffee.
Oh dear, Arthur. Complimenting
That's
my appearance or
disgusting.
flirting with me really isn't a good idea in a business context. I know.
Yeah. Like, why would you do that?
Good morning.
Why am I following this
Really?
tutorial?
Thanks for saying so. We just finished baking it. Here it is.
Wow, it looks better than it smells. Did you make this, Miss Clarabelle Kersey, I presume? I've come to talk to you about coffee supplies.
Not bad, Arthur. A well-judged compliment can work wonders. But some clients don't like them. Now do you see why doing your research on the customer is so important?
I've already done that. Listen, I'm just going by the tutorial.
Yes, I knew you liked baking cakes, so I could mention it, but it's only a small thing from your private life.
Precise.
Okay, I know. Get into the role and talk about my visit.
Okay, I got this. Good morning. I've come about your coffee supplies, namely the classic standard. We can offer competitive terms and, what was next?
Oh,
No, if you
God.
start like that, there's no way you'll succeed. You have to be prepared for negotiating and know what to start the conversation with. Improvising is okay too, but it has to be snappy.
I can do snappy.
Great, show me.
Are you kidding me?
Can we move on to establishing the terms of the agreement? What does a contract like this look like?
Here's a standard contract. Here.
Okay, cool. In the contract form, you specify the unit price of coffee, and this will be the start price for negotiations. If you set a price that is too low, the client will sign the contract immediately without trying to negotiate it, and for you, it means unprofitable business. If the price is set too high, the client will immediately notice it. After 3 tries, he or she will end the meeting. Oh, okay. Pay attention to how costs and the generated profit change at different price settings. See above cheap deal and try to make an offer. If you set the price too high, we'll reject it. That's still a cheap deal. So let's do very easy. Make all the money I can get. Let's just do very easy. Revenues 5k, profit 2, contract duration 10 hours, revenue 57k. Okay, profit, make an offer.
Good, that looks acceptable. Be prepared that the client will want to renegotiate the terms here. Assume that they're going to ask for a price lower by this percentage. How are you going to persuade me your offer is already attractive enough?
Why can't okay, after the person gets for the counter offer, asking specific price reduction. How much do you want? You want a 33% sales margin. That right now it's 39%. Okay. The quality isn't that great though.
Look at the unit cost, though. It's already ridiculously low. For an initial contract, the terms are really excellent.
Yeah, they are.
Using this technique is a good idea. Avoid using words like ridiculous, though. You'll often have to calculate exactly what you can concede or what else you can do to close the deal and still make money.
Oh, so you want me to figure out in my head?
Let's look at the price in relation to quality. Everything about our coffee's top drawer: taste, aroma, and certification. Coffee like that at a price like this is a real bargain.
Let's assume I will agree for such discount. Every supplier claims his or her coffee is the best. How are you going to support your claims so they don't come across like empty boasts?
Oh, you really got this, huh?
Some facts and figures to prove that this discount is a sensible bargain.
There you go, Arthur. That's how you support your credibility and generate client trust. But it would be better if you actually knew some data.
Oh, do I have to know the data? Oh, God.
For a first go at negotiating, that went pretty well.
So you get.
Let's say I'll sign the contract, but I have one more proposal. The first month's batch for lower price. Agreed?
Okay, I agree to that.
Okay, it's a reasonably big order, so I guess we can do that.
The client is sure to be happy, but does it still pay for you? Conceding too easily to surprise conditions can cost you a lot.
That should be okay, actually.
Okay, you've got me there. I'll remember that.
I think that covers everything. Now it's time to put it into practice, both as a business person and a negotiator. Make sure you swat up on the materials and look at this week's tasks.
Thank you. I'm sure it will all prove helpful in this investigation and in finding your father. See you soon, Clarabelle.
Thanks, Arthur. It means a lot to me. Now it's up to you, and I think you're the last hope I've got.
I think so, I guess. Let's sign the contract. Oof. So, unit price is $330 for 1 month. We lost 20. We lost about £500. 500. For the first week, and then the next week after goes up. So that's for the 1 week. That's fine. She said for the first month. Oh yeah, she did say for the first month. Oof. What did she say for the first week? Huh. I guess we have to be very on it. I think she said first month. Well, I'm more intrigued by the selling than the investigation. I know. The only aspect that I'm finding, and I don't know if that's because it's the tutorial, how lengthy it is in terms of like the words. Just a bit too much talking. However, that's what this type of game is about. There's some investigation and clues and things like that. It's just a bit of a change of pace that I'm used to. And it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but this is why it's a demo and why people, can try it out and see. And maybe the mathematics of it all and working out percentages and profit margins might be a bit too much for people. Especially if they're not around that sector. If you're not in the sales sector or the management sector where, you know, you're already making it on the fly and thinking about it. But yeah, the deal was okay a little bit. For the first one, it is what it is. It's because it's her. If it was somebody else, I don't think I'll be so quick to change it. But I guess with every single one we do, see, this is, I don't like that because the loading was ready. The amount of £5,000 will be regularly for transfers within the next 10 weeks. Okay, close. New part of the story has been uncovered. Great. Okay. So by delivering through order, you immediately receive this amount in your account. It's your revenue. The real profit for this batch is made after the deduction of the previously incurred production costs. So profit this week is 2.2. So this is basically what I had proposed before. Oh, I have to do that each week. Interesting. Okay. So in mine in stock, so I've got to get more. In stock. In shipped contract order next week. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Okay. So this is something that I like. Okay. This section sets the volume of coffee production a given week. The console allows you to accurately determine the number of packages ready for sale. It also allows you to control costs for each quantity, starting modernizations and display quantity of goods in the warehouse. The important thing to make sure that the quantity of product in the warehouse or its ongoing production is enough to cover current sales. Pay attention to whether you have enough coffee for the next delivery, and the batch set is to produce will go to a warehouse next week. You need to set up production in advance to have stock. Set the production value so the sum of the stock equals the sales value. So it won't let me do more? Oh, because it plus 12 plus 4 is 16. Alright. Total cost will be deducted from your cash amount at the end, which is 3k. Pay attention to average cost. By producing more, it is lower in the long run, and it pays off to produce more and sell your stocks. Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for. You can start the production given brand and certain level of quality by clicking the switch. You can do this only when a client that buys a given level of quality is available. If you want to produce more, you can increase production capacity by upgrades. After paying for an upgrade, assign an employee to the management department to supervise this work. Oh, wow. Okay. This is getting deep. After paying for the upgrade, assign employee. Oh. Management section. Oh, wow. This is cool. I'm gonna say this. See, this is a whole new type of game, and I'm liking it. I'm liking this type of aspect, learning and strategery, and the tycoonery. I like this. The main thing is not to neglect tasks that are particularly important for our company and not to overwork employees next month. Okay, to the left side is portraits of the employees. If you don't have any employees, you can hire them in the HR department. Assign the tasks to be done by dragging the portrait onto the task card. Tasks are divided in 5 categories. Each category has its own column. Each of your employees can specialize only in one of these categories, excluding staff training. There can be as many tasks in each column. For example, the weekly repetitive task production management has a specific so-called safe target, the number of hours that minimizes the risk of failure associated with the production issue. Assign one of your employees to the task, ensure supervision over the production process, and be sure that the agreed batch will be produced without any problems. Well, Bernadette is safe target 15 hours weekly, failure list very low. I want to keep that, and then you are the delivery. Very low, weekly result plus 2 hours. You modify the number of hours an employee has spent on a task. It sometimes requires a certain number of working hours to complete them. Try to keep your employees busy. Okay. After the last conversation, a new part of the story is discovered. Check the file. Okay, so we can. So that's the investigation aspect of it.
Someone important lives here. That's what the Kersey home seemed to be saying. This is where the investigation begins.
Okay.
Walking in, Clarabelle hugged herself. From the cold? Cute. Clarabelle only slept here, though. After her mother's death, she was taken in by Joseph Van Haven, her father's friend.
That she never knew about.
Who treated her like his own daughter. His wife tried. Mostly, though, she left her to the housekeeper, Mrs. Fink.
Something
Why
is
did
sus.
the Van Havens raise the Kersey kid? A friendly favor? Guilt.
Did the mother have an affair with him?
A servant greeted Clarabelle with a stack of unopened letters. She stuffed them into her bag and went inside. A lot to catch up, I joked. And Clarabelle explained that she no longer lives in the residence with her beloved.
Okay.
I asked for a family photo of the Kerseys. There was an exotic-looking guy in the midst of a sea of pale Brits.
Mr. Gabriel and
Mr.
I.
Gabriel was an artist who taught Clarabelle to draw. He looked pretty stiff, probably trying to avoid her dreamy eyes. In the living room, among many works of art, a spot after a taken-down painting drew my attention. It was a peculiar view. Clarabelle told me the painting belonged to her mother. One day Richard simply packed it up and took it to Joseph. Did he want to sell it? Hide it? I didn't get a chance to ask. Clarabelle answered an urgent call and, apologizing, left in a hurry. I went to gather my thoughts. Catherine's death, Richard's disappearance, the unusual arrangements with the Van Havens, that picture. Clarabelle was right. A detective was needed here. But I have my own reason for this. To get Catherine's killer. All in good time. The last lead is Richard's disappearance. Perhaps the best-known coffee supplier in London. I'll start by entering into his world. That means turning into a businessman.
Yeah, we know that.
My first customer will be Richard's old friend and Clarabelle's ward, Joseph Van Haven.
So he was the
Clarabelle gave me his address and phone number. He's an old, experienced trader. I'd better prepare thoroughly.
Or is it someone different? Well, we know what's coming next. Everything is sus. I just don't understand how you just, oh yeah, I'll take care of your child, and his wife doesn't really like it, and you say yes. I don't know. It's all sus. Everything is all sus. Oh, investigation board. Nice. Gather clues. Nice. Every time you get new clues, information. Okay, so let's take all. Overdue letters. Yep. I thought that was weird as well. With her beloved. Who is her beloved? Why did she have to move out of her father's mansion? Right? Okay. Or unread information. Okay. Her eyes, yep. See, look, this guy, it doesn't make sense. Joseph of Amanda. Drawing teacher, okay. Ooh, okay. So we need to discover the whole entire diagram to complete the investigation. So we start a new brand production, espresso standard. Okay. So let's do that. Is a new client. Let's go with espresso. Espresso standard coffee has been created on the basis of Arabica and Robusta. Yes, they are very strong. We're gonna do espresso. We're gonna do 16. That's a lot of money though. So my average cost is $3.59. Okay. So I need to also set up a meeting business. Okay, so let's do that. I need to find no, I need to find wait. Click on the okay. Oh. Alright, okay. Assign a plot safe target. I'm gonna do that for her, and then I'm gonna do okay. Set up a business meeting. That's fine. And then I wonder, can I do this both? Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's kind of sad that I can't change that because of the tutorial. Because I don't know if I was able to set up a meeting or not. So that's something. Ooh, so I got 5k. So I wasn't able. Okay. That's good. Okay. So let's see if we do a little bit more. Find information about the client. Could I not? Was I not able to do that? So that's that. Got no data to connect it. Okay. We've got production 12, 16 in stock. So we're going to push this down. That's going to be 16 this week. We're going to do 16 this week. And we're going to do 16 that week. You'd be like, oh no. And then we've got go to sales. We order the delivery now. We do that. Our profit is less that 1 week. We can go for the meetings. Information on daughter's birth. I think we might need to know too. He's friendly personality. Okay. What's this? Finances. Okay, current debt, none. Okay, we're doing so far so good. So at least I've got a business meeting. So it didn't count that. Okay. We sent the stock, so that's really all we need to worry about. We sent that stock. We finish. There's nothing we can do. We're selling more than they're producing. Okay. What? That's what I changed that. That's annoying. Why would it? So, did it change it? Yes, it did. So let's just double check I got that correct. Yep, I did. Alright. Yes, go to next week. So hopefully I can get some more information about him. Week 2. My total revenue is 10k. That's not bad. My warehouse is almost full. And I got more information. So we can probably deliver the order. That's good. We've got 32. I'm not going to make any production now. But I do need to make that for now. I am going to click you for, let's get some information. How do I not check this information? He hates corporate jargon and too professional pompous approach makes him really upset. Okay. Order's been sent, but it doesn't allow me the daughter's birth and moving to London. It doesn't allow me to look at that. So I don't know if I'm doing that wrong. So explain where I got contract information from. Yeah, because...
Good morning, Mr. Van Haven. Arthur Oliver. I'd like to talk to you about our coffees. Clarabelle Kersey recommended I speak to you. She said she knows you well.
Ah, yes. Welcome. Welcome. Naturally, I was expecting you after Clary phoned. Sweet girl, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Lovely. Actually, really lovely, considering what she's been through at such a young age. The stuff about her parents. It's true, isn't it?
Sadly, yes. A terrible, brutal thing for such a child. You see, her parents were friends of mine. After Catherine died and Richard usually been absent, my wife and I did all we can to provide a normal upbringing for her. You've seen yourself how, despite all this, Miss Kersey is doing very well.
Okay. I've got to click it. Okay.
Oh, yes, and she's a tough negotiator.
I taught her well. She could always get you to read for 1 more hour, go for 1 more walk, or give her a bigger portion. It comes in very useful as an adult.
She just did
but
that
you
to
don't
me
have all
too.
day to listen about the young Kersey girl. Let's take a look at what you brought with you. I can't wait to see.
So you're telling me you're just as tough as her?
Nice photo. From your student days?
Yes. Being young is wonderful when the world is your oyster.
Something is just off about
You speak
voice acting.
as if it's over.
The male
What?
voice acting.
You mean I don't look like it? You are a card, Mr. Oliver. Well, I do try to move a bit so as to not become totally desk-bound.
What?
It shows. And the man next to you, isn't that Richard Kersey?
The very same. He was my best friend at university and since. And these are our charming wives. Actually, our fiancés then. Catherine Seeger and Amanda Okote.
Okay.
You look a close bunch.
Okay.
We were, then, but life writes strange scenarios. The best of friends can fall out over the silliest things, and other people are worth forgetting.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I keep the picture to remember the good times. Let's return to the here and now. Mr. Oliver, things are looking up.
I hope they are. Are you gonna give me some coffee? Oh, his birthday. Congratulations.
Congratulations on the birth of your daughter. I hope both the mother and baby are doing well.
Thank you. Both in good health and so
Gone
similar.
up.
I tell you, they look like sisters. It's amazing how a person
They're
passes
just
on their
born.
genes and then watches as they live their own life.
The baby was just born.
It seems you're enjoying your new role.
Not at first, but it's getting better and better. Despite my super condition, I'm not as young as I was, and the little one demands so much attention, just like our business. Let's get down to it, shall we?
Should I still smooze him?
Apparently, you moved here all the way from Boston. Is that
That's
right?
not a Boston
What
accent.
was it that led you to take such a long journey?
What was it? Richard and I had some business plans together, but you know how it goes.
I don't know.
Sometimes it works
Let me know
out,
in the
sometimes
comments.
it
Is
doesn't.
that a Boston
and this
accent?
time it
Because I don't
didn't.
think that is.
I was less than happy to begin with, far from home, a complete change of surroundings, no friends and no work. There was nothing for me here.
I don't understand. I don't know if it's the
Fortunately, I soon
writing.
landed a job with a supply company. I helped manage their fleet. Soon after, I met Amanda, my wife. Richard's future wife introduced us. Then everything started falling into place. Obviously, only up till the Kersey's tragedy, which hit me and my wife hard. That's the past, though. There's nothing there for us now. Let's move on.
What? Yeah, I think it's the writing. It's not the acting. It just doesn't flow. If that makes sense. No, we're gonna loosely present the
We're
product.
new on the market, but we have a lot of experience in the field. We have a unique variety of coffee, trusted suppliers, and top quality equipment. We offer excellent quality at a good price. Miss Clarabelle has already dealt with us, and she's sure not to sell you a pup.
That's great. Quality is my top priority, and that's what I taught Clarabelle, so it's a recommendation of sorts. And if we're talking about quality,
it's a
my
script.
wife bought me a cigar not long ago. Came in a carved wooden box, well-known brand, and the aroma, aromatic tobacco like from the top drawer.
Okay. Likes aroma.
Like it got chucked in there by accident?
Precisely. It was filthy. After smoking it, I felt so nauseous, I spat it into the bin. I opened all the office windows and even had
So
to
he
use
doesn't
air
like
freshener.
aroma?
So it's best if we both assess the quality. It's hard to find these days.
Let's keep listening.
I used to be interested in the effect of different cultures on negotiations. In Japan, there is a need for distance. Don't even dare to look someone in the eye. It's even harder with the Swedes. They're so serious. Oh, this is a good one. Do you know the difference between an introvert Finn and an extrovert one?
No.
I really have no idea.
The first, throughout the whole conversation, looks at his shoes. The second looks at yours. It's a good one, isn't it?
I don't know. What? I don't. I hope the developers are finished.
Well, you can learn so much from visiting a client. But anyway, to get back to the aim of my visit, can we discuss the deal?
But of course, I was
Haha,
rambling, but you have to
100%.
admit, it's a fascinating aspect of business.
Just look at this contract, god damn it. Jesus, I need some money. Alright. I wanna get up a little bit. We might have to do 50. He'll probably come down. Sales margin is 53%. Yeah, I kind of want to come down because it's only for 8 weeks. If we can get that, it's easy. He'll probably negotiate and try and come down. So 53, if I remember rightly, so per unit price, if that's at 50%, my unit prices are average 335-ish. So I can't, yeah, alright.
Your proposal exceeds my current capabilities. I suggest we cut the delivery charges or just lower the product cost to compensate them. The price on the contract will then be lower by this percentage. That's a sensible concession, and I really can't offer any more than that.
616. That'll make it 42. I don't mind that, to be honest. I don't think he really gives a damn. Talk about the problems of a beginner salesperson. Mention Joseph Youth. I mean, the delivery charge itself, I'm not going to cut that.
That's a large concession, I admit. I'm a bit new to this. I'm only starting out in business, so your understanding is really valuable to me. Is it normal to ask for such large concessions? You have a lot more experience than me,
Wow.
so I need your help.
That's a bad clip.
Let me tell you what my method is. Please just relax. You're very open, which encourages trust. Maybe I was asking a bit too much. Please tell me about the deal. Once I'm familiar with it, it'll be easier for us to reach a compromise.
We grind the coffee to your specifications using ultra-modern coffee grinders. Our packaging ensures the aroma lasts. You get all that at a very reasonable price. For similar quality, you'll pay much more anywhere else.
I've heard people talk about quality so many times. Very few were genuine. This discount may be a bit much, but I'd like to get close to it. What are your thoughts?
All right, okay. All right. I'm willing to concede on this.
So perhaps we could
No!
cut the delivery charge by half again?
Oh
I
my
think that's a fair and
God.
attractive offer.
Okay, I agree. You worked me hard, but I think the prospects for collaboration look interesting. Let's sum up what we've established and sign the forms.
That's not what I wanted. I don't understand that. But next time, you know what I'll do? I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'll sign it this time. I think what I'll do, right, is I'll go and see what my bottom line would be, what my figure would be. Um, and then in terms of percentage, and then so when they try and tell me uh what they want and stuff like that, like a 20% is really dire. I wanted 25 at least. I wanted 25 at least, but I'll get money. So I'm good with that. So we can definitely don't have to do anything with this one. We can definitely deliver his order and deliver that order. So both of them have been sent. That's one good thing. We've got Matilda think next and find a collection between clues. Manage contract. Oh, we've got to get another person to manage contract. How do you okay. So this is weekly renewable and this is one-time tasks. Ah. So I can still put you in here. Very low. Okay. That gives safe targets 10 hours weekly and safe target 25 hours weekly. Okay, that's not too sad for now. I feel like, can you... Oh, this is HR. Okay, can we hire someone else? I want to be able to have... Wow. Hmm. Okay. Oh, it's unavailable? Oh, no. So they I don't even give her that much. That's crazy. Okay, so we can put more pressure on her, I guess. Not really, but yeah. Got nothing in stock. Can I... What is that showing me? Production chart, warehouse, average cost. So every time I keep it in there, I'm actually paying. Good to know. Cappuccino, espresso. Alright, and I don't want the handbook. I want finances. Revenues for week 3, 15. So my profit is 5k. Got no debt. Stock value is 5k. That's not too sad. So I can't hire any more people. I wonder. Okay, let's look at that. Old friends. Ah, there we go. I saw some more people in there.
Van Haven's a good businessman. He welcomed me like an old friend and led me past the pictures.
Who's the
Clients
other
were
guy?
supposed to see signs of Joseph's education and worth. But me? I spotted a young, cocky Richard with my Catherine. She had no idea what she had coming.
Oh my god.
The other woman was Amanda Van Haven. It must have been through their being two young married couples at the same time that Richard and Joseph became such close buddies.
Yeah, but there's also another lady there.
Joseph watched as I examined the photos. He smiled, apparently at the memories. He'd played this scene out hundreds of times.
Mm-hmm.
He told the story of what a close bunch they were, until the girls fell out over a trifle. What trifle?
That's not the dessert, surely.
It's not even worth mentioning, nor anyone else, he added. Was he talking about the third woman in the picture?
Yeah, there's something going on there.
It puzzled me. Catherine never mentioned a conflict with Joseph's wife, Amanda Van Haven. And I never asked. I was, too busy falling in love with Kat.
Interesting.
What trifle broke their long-term friendship? I wanted to ask after the negotiations. The telephone interrupted us. The call was from George McFowle with an urgent matter. Joseph chuckled. Another golden opportunity. And lifted the receiver. He pointed to his watch. It looked like it was going to be a long call. I nodded, gestured I'd give him a call, and left.
Interesting.
It wasn't a good meeting. Van Haven kept talking right over me. On purpose?
What?
Or was he taking pity on me? Am I really that bad a salesperson? Regardless, he didn't tell me anything new about Richard's disappearance. At least he bought some coffee, though. One more thing was still troubling me. That missing painting from the Kersey's living room.
Yeah.
Did its disappearance have anything to do with the case? And why
Probably.
did Richard take it to Joseph?
You have to, it's a lead nonetheless. Click on the business card.
Clarabelle might know the answers. I rang and asked her.
I like that aspect.
She thought the painting was a memento from the founder of the family, Shallard Kersey, 18th century.
So expensive.
Why did it get sent to Joseph? She didn't know.
It was sent to Joseph. Interesting.
So back to Van Haven. I called, pretending to be the Kersey's lawyer. Mr. Van Haven, I've been instructed by Clarabelle Kersey to draw up an inventory of the family's works of art. He bought it, so I asked. If he still had Richard's painting, he muttered something about calling back and hung up. Why?
Interesting.
Joseph's reaction suggested the painting was a good lead. I need to check it out discreetly.
Yeah, something happened
I'm
there.
curious about the other blonde in the photo. Why did the jovial Van Haven avoid mentioning her? Perhaps I'd get to ask her soon myself. Case closed for today. Time to get my head round the supplies for the new contract.
Oh, this is quite lengthy. I think because of the investigative. Wow. Because of the detective aspect of it, and it being a story, mostly story led, it's added on a little bit more than it would. So I think I'm gonna end it here and do another one because I think it's a little bit a lot. It's a little bit a lot. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments below, and give me a subscription if you don't already, so you can see more. Yes, please, thank you. And give the thumbs up if you like it. Alright, see you later.
Later.
Bye.